Hello my friends and welcome to Paulina Art. Today we're going to be painting this nice warm fall floral. This is my own design. I'm going to attach a link on the description box below so you can download my pattern for free. If you would like to see how I created this pretty fall floral, stay with me and let's paint together. Today I'm working on 11 by 14 acrylic paper, and as you can see I've already done my background. For the background I use some of my white gesso and some of my purple acrylic paint, and with a large filbert brush I basically applied the gesso in strokes like this. And then I added some of the purple, going the same way to create this kind of effect. Now I have already transferred my pattern onto my surface. And what I used for that was this bright orange chalk. And I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to transfer with chalk, which I really like because you are not going to see any of the tracing lines once your painting is done. And here is my pattern done in tracing paper. And basically you turn the pattern around and you trace your drawing with chalk. And once that's done, you just place it on your surface and trace it as you normally would. And you end up with your pattern traced with chalk. You might have to go a little bit over in some areas, but it turns out really, really good. We're going to go ahead and start painting our fall floral. I'm going to start by painting my roses like I normally do. And for that, I'm going to start with a Medine number 6 angle brush. And I'm picking up a little bit of my blending gel. Just a little bit, and I'm going to pick up yellow and berry wine. And we're going to blend. And I'm also adding a tad of white with the yellow. Now I'm going to start by doing the center of this rose. Now I'm going to start with the back petals. Now I'm going to add another petal right in front, a smaller one. And I'm going to close it doing a petal going this way. I'm going to close my rosebud by adding some petals going across. The belly of my rose is right in here, and I always like to know where the belly of my rose is, and my rose is going to look better. And I can go over some petals if I don't like them. We're going to touch up this one. For the large outer petals, I have switched to a Medine angle brush number 7, and it's loaded the same way. The paint is loaded the same way. And I'm going to start doing the larger petals, respecting the belly of my rose. I'm overlapping some of these petals. And I'm going to add some petals in here just to fill out my rose a little bit. And my first rose is done. I'm going to go ahead and do the other two roses the same way. I'm going to start again with the smaller midin number 6 for the centers. Let's do our little rosebuds, and for that I'm just going to press the brush and bring it up, and I'm going to repeat. I'm going to finish my rosebud by doing it on the other side. And there's another rosebud up here. For the leaves of the roses, I have some yellow on the toe and green at the heel. I've also added some white at the toe and some of my berry wine at the heel. Because these are fall leaves, I want to incorporate some of the berry wine color. And I'm using the midin number 6. Now I'm going to do the lighter part of my leaves at the top. So let's do this one. This one is behind. Let's do this one first. Let's do this one. And with the brush loaded with the colors in the opposite way, I'm going to do the other side of my leaf. With the brush loaded the same way, I'm going to do the sepals of the rosebuds. I'm going to hug the rosebud with my brush. And I'm going to do some from behind. I can add some smaller leaves in here. I'm going to go ahead and finish all my leaves the same way. Now that my large leaves are done, I'm going to add a few smaller leaves with the darker colors at the toe of my brush and the lighter colors at the heel. And to create the smaller leaves, I'm simply going to press my brush and just light it up. Let's finish this one. We can add some sepals to our larger roses as well. And some branches. There's always branches with roses. Okay, my friends, to finish the painting, I'm going to look at my pattern, and where I added those scribblies, you can add some branches, you can add some leaves in a different color. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add some small purple flowers, like small purple daisies. For that, I have a small filbert brush. I'm going to pick up some white on my brush and a tiny tad amount of purple in there, on the tip only. And I'm going to add here some of my small daisies. I'm going to start doing the petals. I think it needs a little more purple, so I put some more on my brush. And I'm just randomly adding some petals. We're going to add some in here. And on this side too. And here we can add some on this side. And I'm picking up some white, just the white, and adding a few white petals on top, just to make them pop. With a round brush and some yellow, I'm going to start dabbing the centers of my daisies with some yellow and my berry wine. I'm going to create a warmer, darker yellow, more like an orange color. And I'm going to add the center just to give a little more dimension to the flowers. Just a tad, with some white and purple. And my Midin number 6 angle brush. I'm going to start doing the stems of my little purple flowers. Now I'm going to add little branches coming out too. I have just some of the purple on my small filbert brush. And I'm going to add a few other darker petals in here, just to add some color. I'm going to add some branches with some purple and white on my angle brush, just to give this paint a little bit of movement. Okay, my friends, our fall floral painting is done. The last thing I did, I added a few more of the little purple flowers. I touch up the edge of my roses with a little bit of white and yellow, just to give them a little bit of a highlight. And I splatter some of the same paint that I use for the roses, some yellow mixed with my berry wine. Stay tuned, because I'm going to bring you at least one more fall painting. And in the month of October, we're going to have a few fun Halloween paintings. I hope you enjoy this video as much as I enjoy painting it. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any future content from me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.